Welcome back, boys and girls. I hope you enjoyed your short break. We're going to go ahead and get started with our listening comprehension. The story we're going to be reading is A Tiger Grows Up. The story was written by Anastasia Suen, illustrated by Michael L. Denham and William J. Hewitt. I want to go over a couple of vocabulary words that we will encounter while we read our story. And we'll see the word blend, and that means to mix in. We'll see the word cub, which of course is a baby tiger. We'll see the word den, a place where animals live. The word pounces, jumps on and grabs. Prey, animals that other animals hunt to eat. And scraps, pieces that are left over. So those are words that we will see in our story. We're going to go ahead and get started with A Tiger Grows Up. Welcome to the world of wild animals. Follow a Bengal tiger cub as she grows up in India. From playing in the river to hunting in the tall grass, this young tiger quickly learns to live on her own. Deep in the forest, a tiny tiger cub is born. She is much smaller than you were as a baby. The cub has a new brother and a new sister, too. The three cubs are helpless. That means that they can't do anything for themselves. Their mother watches over them in the den, and we learned that that's someplace where they live. A mother tiger is called a tigress. A baby tiger is called a cub. So these are the cubs, and this is the tigress, the mother. Very beautiful. At first, all the cubs can do is drink milk and sleep. She can't even open her eyes. So that's a baby cub. And it sounds much like you guys sound when you're babies. All you do is pretty much eat and sleep, but you can open your eyes. That's a difference. Her mother must hunt for food. The tigress hides her cubs in the shadows when she leaves. Their stripes blend in with the colors of the forest. And we learned that the word blend in, it mixes in. So they kind of just look like they're part of the forest. No one can find them. Tigers have orange, black, brown, and white stripes. Each tiger has a unique pattern of stripes. That means that no tiger has the same stripes. And in fact, that's how tigers are able to tell children, one child from another, and also tell their children from another tigress children by their stripes. And also by the way they smell as well. At just 1 week old, the small cub tries to stand up. Crash! She falls down. She gets up and tries again. She'll learn soon enough. So that's her trying to learn how to walk. That's only at 1 week old. You're several months old before you try to get up and walk. Young cubs eat and sleep most of the day. They sleep under the trees in their den or in their den. Since the cubs can't walk, the tigress moves them by holding the scruff of their necks. The skin on the cub's neck is loose so it doesn't hurt. So we see how this tigress is carrying her cub, and right there at the scruff of the neck, she gathers that skin up in her mouth, but she's not biting hard, and it doesn't hurt the tiger or the cub. That's how she's able to move them because they can't walk. On the prowl. The cub is now 3 months old and can walk. So she's kind of practicing like if she was going to get her own food. The tigress brings her cubs meat scraps. The cubs chew the meat with their baby teeth. A tiger cub drinks milk from her mother for about 5 months. See them drinking their milk. Tigers are mammals. They drink milk from their mother. As they grow older, they become meat eaters or carnivores. And we are also mammals. Mammals are animals that give live births, meaning they don't hatch from an egg. Also, they have hair or fur. And last, they drink milk from their mothers. At 6 months old, it's time for cubs' first hunting lesson. The tigress takes the cubs with her on a hunt. They hide in the grass and watch. So they're watching their mom. Tigers can see in the dark. They hunt at dusk or early in the morning. So just as it's getting dark at night, and that's dusk, or early in the morning. And we see the tiger. There she is, pouncing on her prey. The tigress slowly stalks her prey. She hides in the shadows as it comes near. She quickly pounces on an unsuspecting deer. He didn't know she was going to be behind him. In the morning, the tiger cub plays in the river. Tigers are one of the few cats that like water. Yes, cats do not like water at all, but the tiger doesn't mind it. Splash! The tiger cub catches a fish and eats it. She is learning to hunt on her own. So she didn't need her mommy to help her with that. A tiger drags its prey to a safe place to eat. One deer can feed a tiger for 4 or 6 days. Looks like they were on the prowl. Look out! The cubs are now strong enough and fast enough to catch animals by themselves. So they're hunting all by themselves without their mother helping them. Tiger cubs stay with their mother until they're about 2 years old. Several female tigers may live within a male tiger's territory, but male tigers do not share their territory with other males. So she tigers can stay in a male's territory, a he territory, but not other he's. Using our pronouns, yes. And 2 years old, they are ready to be on their own. When you're 2 years old, you're not ready to be on your own. No. It'll be several more years before we're ready to be on our own. Young tigers often live together after they leave their mother. Soon they each go off and find their own territories. So they're brothers and sisters, and they kind of hang out together and live together. And then I think they find their mate, and they run off and live with their mate after a while. At 4 years old, the young female tiger is ready to mate and have a family. So that's one of the cubs that we were reading about. Now she's fully grown, and now she has her own family. In her den, the tigress gives birth to 3 baby cubs, just like her mother did for her. The tigress feeds her cubs and keeps them safe. A new family has started in the forest. Females are ready to mate at 3 or 4 years old. Males are ready at 4 or 5 years old. And here we see a tiger diagram. Number 1 is pointing to the ears, and it says ears. Tigers have a small white spot on the back of each ear. It looks like another eye. I didn't know that. Number 2 is pointing to the eyes. Bengal tigers have yellow eyes. White tigers have blue eyes. All right, so this is a Bengal tiger, so it has yellow eyes. Number 3, pointing to its paw or its feet. Tigers can walk without making a sound because of the padding on their feet. So they have good padding on their feet and they could be very quiet. And 4, pointing to their stripes or the fur. And it says, a tiger's stripes are on its fur and on its skin. So if we were to shave the fur off this tiger, these stripes would still be on its skin. We would still see the stripes. We see here a map, and it says there are 5 subspecies of tigers. They live across Asia. The tigers in this book, the Bengal tigers, live in India. So it's showing us 6 of our 7 continents: North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, and Australia. The one that's missing is Antarctica. And Asia is where most of the tigers live. The tigers we read about today live in India, the little orange space there. Now let's just look at a couple of words that they had that we didn't go over in the beginning. Carnivore, a meat-eating animal. A cub, of course, is a baby tiger. Mammals are warm-blooded animals that drink milk from their mothers. We are mammals as well. Pounce, to leap on something and grip it. Prey, an animal that is hunted and eaten by another animal. Scruff, loose skin on the back of an animal's neck. Stalk, to follow when hunting. Territory, the place an animal claims as its own. And tigress is a female tiger. So that's our story for today. In reading the story, we learned a lot of information about tigers and how they grow up. What genre of story would this be? Is this a fantasy? Is this an informational text? Is it a fairy tale? If you said it's informational, you are correct, because we gained a lot of information in our story, learning about tigers. All right, boys and girls, that's it for our reading table today. I'll go ahead and take a break. I'll see you again for writing, and take a break with Ms. LaBerth. Bye.